We have Republicans who are rooting for Russia, and that makes it very hard for President Biden to get the whole country to go along when Donald Trump, Mike Pompeo, and Tucker Carlson are rooting for Russians, and that's being replayed on Russia TV to rally Russians for this cause.
You know, it's such an awful thing to say. We hesitated even to play that. It's very common. You hear it every day. The question is, why are they saying that? It doesn't make sense.
Flashback.
But is there another reason we should side with Ukraine over Russia? Russia is a much more significant country by every measure. Why is it disloyal to side with Russia, but loyal to side with Ukraine? They're both foreign countries that don't care anything about the United States. China, which is the actual threat. Why would we take Ukraine's side? Why wouldn't we on Russia's side? I'm totally confused. So much. Has Putin ever called me a racist? Has he threatened to get me fired for disagreeing with him? Has he shipped every middle-class job in my town to Russia? I should say, for the record, I'm totally opposed to these sanctions, and I don't think that we should be at war with Russia. And I think we should probably take the side of Russia if we have to choose between Russia and Ukraine. That is my view. But Ukraine and Russia. And I'm serious. Like, why do I tell you why? And why shouldn't I root for Russia, which I am?
Oh, it's almost like he's been rooting for Russia right before he said, I don't know why they're saying I'm rooting for Russia, which Swalwell, of course, pointed that out directly because Representative Swalwell does not, he's not shy about responding to these types of folks, Francesca. So where does this lead his followers next?
It's just amazing. Like, we hesitated to play it for you. Yeah. Now back to our regularly scheduled Putin apologism. Like, it's just insane. Like, the fact that someone just called him on it, he doesn't like. Because again, Tucker couches everything in positing. Well, why should I support Ukraine over Russia? I'm not saying I do support it, but if I were to choose, I probably would choose Russia. Like, bro, I think you're just saying the thing, but you're couching it in a question, right? It is the most sort of insidious rhetorical device. And yes, people should be pointing it out at him. And again, I'm glad we are, and I'm glad mainstream media and honestly representatives are. I feel like sometimes a lot of mainstream media feel that the right wing covering the far right is like too much off there. You know, it's like not respectable enough. And so good, I'm glad people are actually calling this for what it is. And as we just saw at CPAC, they're trying to like remember what Tucker said and echo it. You know, Putin never stole my drink at happy hour. Like they're doing it poorly, but it has an impact.
It does, and that's something they're seeing how this works. They've seen how Trump has misled his followers this whole time. Pompeo was another one that was talking about how smart and how such a genius Putin is, and he's savvy, man. And when we work together, I say, hey, that's gonna kill a lot of people. And he said, I know. There's this weird like casual joking tone they've all had with this, and I don't think they took it as seriously as the intel community was telling us was happening. There's people on both sides out talking about it's not gonna happen. Fine, I get that. But then after it happens, and you've now discussed this so flippantly, it's probably better to say, you know what, we made a mistake, rather than I don't know why they're saying this. It's 2022. Everything that you guys say is recorded. You're broadcasting. In case you forgot what that is. We're watching and we can play it back to you. But again, they've believed what these leaders tell them, their followers. They believe what they tell them versus what they see every other time. So I guess there's no reason why Tucker should think this would be any different this time. It's just the way it is.